Welcome back, everybody. Today we're talking about Rust Console Edition. That's right. Not only do we know the date, what's going to be in it, but now you can download this bad boy early and even get early access. That's right. I know, lots to cover, so let's go ahead and tear it apart. Let's tell you what's what. Okay, so maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but the date is now June 26th, 2025 for the next generation version. Now, whatever version you do have, it transitions over to the new version. So if you had standard, then you have the standard next gen. If you have deluxe, then it goes to deluxe. If you have the ultimate, then it goes to ultimate. So here's the thing. It doesn't cost anything from the 1-to-1, even if you have a disc. Also, all skins and coins do convert over to the new system. Also, the old generation, like the current version we're in now, does, will have support till the end of October this year, 2025. Then after that, they're going to sunset that service, which is a change from last time, so, you know, plan accordingly. There are some other options. We'll kind of cover that here in a little bit. But get this. So not only can you get the early access now a week early if you have the deluxe version. I believe it's deluxe or ultimate. Ultimate for sure has it. We're actually going to go to the store and show you. But you can actually start downloading some of the pieces and parts now. You even have an extra skin depending on what version you do get, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, like right now you can go to the store and start downloading this bad boy. And there are also options to upgrade. So let's say you had a standard edition, there will be an upgrade version for you to go to deluxe or ultimate. I think a lot of people want to play early, so ultimate's probably going to be the way to go for most people if you haven't already done it. So the good news is if you have the 1-to-1, you don't have to pay anything extra, which I think is a massive win for us, a massive, massive win. And the early access is fantabulous. It's weird. It's almost like somebody was saying there'd be early access or beta. Huh. I wonder who that was. Anyways, let's go ahead and... oh, yeah, real quick before you show out the breakdown. So get this. If you have like an old generation system, even PlayStation players, check this out. There is an option if you have a connection fast enough. If you have Xbox Live Ultimate Pass, I believe it's Ultimate last time I checked, you can play this next generation version even if you have a TV, a tablet, a PlayStation, whatever. You can use your PlayStation controller, you can use your Xbox controller, you can use whatever. As long as your system, like your browser supports it, and you have a fast enough connection, they have this available in xCloud, which means you can play this day one and still use like your PlayStation controller if you want to. So just like an option, I know it's not like the perfect thing, but you know, because money's tight for a lot of people, I know. So this is like kind of a nice option in between if you're kind of saving up for it. Or you can always play until October and hopefully you've got enough chips stacked up until then. It is unfortunate that they are going to shutter the access, but I got to tell you, I'm very excited for this next generation. My goodness. And if you haven't had a chance, OB, I'll go ahead and link his video now in the upper right-hand corner. Was lucky enough to be in the early access, whatever it's called, developer preview, whatever that version was. It's essentially the version that we're going to get in June, and a confirmation of a bunch of different things. It was fantastic. Like, he was testing all the stuff we'd want to see, right? Like, he was going through the tech tree and stuff, which is great. We're going to get the water barricades that we can actually place inside of monuments. Very exciting. We do know there's going to be a hot air balloon. That's not terribly new. We knew that earlier. But we do know that there will be a scrap helicopter, the big helicopter, not the tiny one. There is a chance maybe we see the mini copter, but I'm kind of getting the feeling that maybe we're going to see... I think, okay, so let me just throw it out there real fast. I know this is kind of off kilter, but you know, people want to know this. First of all, I think things like cars and minis and stuff will be put in as the months kind of go on, which is okay with me. Like, they probably need to bank a few updates beforehand when they start to turn this thing out, because a monthly cycle is pretty involved, for sure, even though it's, you know, excuse me, they're porting stuff over. So, my guess is they're probably banking that. What makes me think that is the fact that the minis have been left out this particular version, because minis came before scrappies. In the timeline of Rust, but we do know we have a hybrid version, so either way, I'm not complaining. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. I'm just saying, expect some larger updates coming pretty quickly after this update does come out, and they do officially announce when they're going to start doing the PTB, essentially the next sequence of updates for us. To kind of back it up a little bit, one of my users, players, was nice enough to point out Wild Taurus watched the OB video, and he said, you know what, he was awfully careful not to show the extra circles inside of the build wheel. What that means is there most likely will be building skins We do know they mentioned it prior, probably over a year ago up to this point, but that's pertinent because, well, first of all, you saw some weird textures on the outside when he was actually upgrading. We saw the animations, which is great, but it does kind of look like, you remember like a long time ago when we had the low detail stuff where like some of the decals or some of the skins wouldn't pop in? It's almost like that's happening for the wall. And the fact that Obi was very careful not to show that secondary wheel, which is where you would do the upgrades for different building skins. So, you know, just putting that out there. I thought that was a very astute observation from Wild Taurus, so thanks for pointing that out. And we do know at some point we will get building skins. I mean, it makes sense for them because that's how they make their money, through skins, and building skins is such a big win and everybody wants it, so it makes sense. So be on the lookout for that, and also I think a lot of these bigger updates once this thing does come out. Okay, so early access, what does it mean? We do know the original date is June 26th, 2025, so let's go ahead and bring up the store. I might get signed out here, so let me just kind of stand here, not that it matters. Go to the store, please. Okay, we're gonna have to search it up. So you could do this on the Sony store or the Xbox store. Just type in Rust console and then just hit search and you'll find it. And I'll show you that it is showing up, and we'll show you the date for both the regular version and for the deluxe. Okay, so this is our standard picture here, our standard, what do you call it? Geez, I'm having a stroke. Image. This is what the new one looks like right here. Ultimate Edition here, if you look at the date, you see that right there, pre-order for June 19th, 2025. 5 a.m., which is in line with their time zone. You go to manage this, and then you can start to download the different sections there. I would assume it's very similar to, what do you call it, to PlayStation. So you can see here that you have different skins, garage door, L96, downloadable and add-ons, which I think we can get now. You might as well download these. These are most likely the credentials for that update, and we'll probably get that preload within like a week or two of it actually being released. So June 19th for the early access. Nice. Then if we go over to this version here, Deluxe, this one is also June 19th. So yeah, Deluxe or Ultimate gets it, again at 5 a.m. And then let's just kind of show you what's in this. What's in the bundle. Looks like we have the Press Start Garage Door, which is a variation of that. We have the fancy Tech Noir skin pack. And then it looks like we get Rust coins, I think, with this, is kind of what I'm assuming. So that's cool. And again, if you already own this, 1-to-1, you don't need to pay anything. And then here's the standard version here. You can see that that release date is June 26, 2025, 5 a.m. So yeah, isn't that fantastic? Like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I'm USD over here, so the deluxe edition for me is $53.99 before tax. So there it is. Those are the dates. That's what's going down with this. My goodness, I can't wait for this thing to hit. Oh my goodness, we're actually still in here. That's fantastic. So yeah, be on the lookout. There's a lot of kind of hints out there kind of showing maybe what's coming for us in the very near future. Let's not forget those cars have so much work already done on them. We've already seen them appear in those custom servers and whatnot. So either way you cut it, I'm super pumped for this. If you saw any of that gameplay footage, I think it's a very stable product. Has a lot of stuff in there that we're looking for. Oh yeah, by the way, did I say parachutes? We have parachutes in there too, and SAM sights and the homing rocket, which is fantastic. But yeah, if you saw the gameplay, you're just like, man, why didn't they talk about this earlier, right? Like, I think the devs did a bang-up job. The stability's crazy. It has the options we're looking for. We do have like enough cool stuff, I think, to get us started. And again, once that monthly update stuff starts happening for us, things are going to go rapidly. So I know there's a lot of things in here, like a lot of people are talking about how they're like, hey, we don't have any monuments yet. I mean, it'll happen quickly. Once they start that process, it's going to be boom, boom, boom. Like once we have one new thing, get used to it, it's going to be another one next month. So very excited for this, so stay tuned. We'll be out here on the custom server doing stuff. Oh, by the way, before we're going to try to transition our server. Excuse me. I had to cough. We're going to transition our server over to the next generation version. We'll let you know as that happens. We'll try to keep our same ID, but in the meantime, server ID is off to the left there. We are going to try to run a server cycle that is no BP, like you have BPs, and we're going to go bi-weekly, I think, for the remainder of the time until June 26th, if that makes sense. We'll try to have more on that because obviously we're going to have a lot of update videos as things continue on here because a lot of stuff happening, very exciting. And if you're not excited for this and you have been playing Rust in the past or are playing Rust, you should be. This next generation footage looks great. The gameplay looks fantastic. I'm pumped out of my mind. I can't freaking wait. So hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Love you. Bye. Ray?